Remnant 2, the highly awaited sequel to Remnant from the Ashes, is here and ready to release on July 25, 2023 for PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series XS. Remnant 2 will remain true to the franchise with terrifying creatures you can battle all over the world. However, it will also bring in new gameplay features as well. You can go on this journey solo, or with two other friends in a three-person co-op. Remnant 2 throws you into the horrific post-apocalyptic universe that we left off in Remnant. You take on the roles of the last survivors of humanity, embarking on a journey to discover the secrets behind the invasion of the universe, and to save humanity as the last surviving people in your dilapidated universe full of terrifying creatures and beasts that roam amongst you. You'll complete quests, find loot to survive, explore various worlds, and fight enemies as you travel on your journey. The Remnant franchise initially launched in 2019 and was developed by Gunfire Games. Gunfire Games had previously gained notoriety from developing the Darksiders series, as well as other titles such as Chronos and From Other Suns. Gunfire Games is based out of Austin, Texas, and was founded in 2014 by David Adams, who employs former developers who worked at Vigil Games. With years of development experience under their belt, the studio set out to create games with immersive gameplay that had lots of action for players to take part in. Many have referred to Remnant as Dark Souls but with guns, and that statement is highly accurate. The game takes place in a horrific post-apocalyptic universe containing many worlds, all of which are procedurally generated. The entire map of every individual world you go to is randomized and generated as you play through it. Everything from enemy spawns, layouts of certain parts of the maps, side missions, and the types of enemies you face are randomized, allowing for hours on end of replayability. This means that one person playing through the game can fight one type of mini-boss, and another person who goes through the exact same area of the world will end up fighting a different type of mini-boss in the same area. David Adams, the founder and CEO of Gunfire Games, took pride in stating that they worked very hard on expanding the procedural generation for Remnant 2, to the point that it can even random full-fledged storylines existing in the same world, meaning that players will have different experiences altogether each time they play. As players load into the game, they can choose between various classes, also known as archetypes. Each archetype has its own perks and skills that you can use as you battle your way through the world. Each archetype also has a progression system, and you will gain passive bonuses as you level up throughout the game. This also increases the replayability of the game because it gives you the opportunity to start over as a new class if you want a different experience. The three classes confirmed so far are the Gunslinger, who is a highly efficient firearms handler; the Handler, who is a buff-based companion owner that gets a dog to fight alongside him and is basically the jack-of-all-trades support-style class; and lastly, the Challenger, who is a tank-like role who can deal and take a lot of damage. The Gunslinger class has several perks that boost the effectiveness of their weapons in their kit. They are top-notch at dealing damage and being very efficient with ammo. They have many perks and skills, a notable skill being the Bulletstorm. Bulletstorm unleashes the full power of the class. It increases your fire rate and reload speed, turns traditional firearms into fully automatic firearms, and makes the crossbow's projectile speed increase by 50%. This lasts for 20 seconds, for you to mow down all of the nearby enemies, and is great for a situation where you are swarmed by an overwhelming number of enemies. The Handler class, along with your trusty dog companion, also has a number of perks to be used throughout the game. However, rather than skills as a handler, you have commands that you can order your companion to do instead. One notable perk, however, is the Best Friend perk, where using a relic fully restores your companion's health, then grants 35% damage resistance. This lasts for 15 seconds for you and your companion to make your way out of a sticky situation. The Challenger class is a brute force tank. They carry strong melee weapons and wear stronger armor than other classes. One of the Challenger's most notable skills is the Juggernaut. The Juggernaut makes you nearly unstoppable by gaining Bulwark level 3, increasing your movement speed by 15%, and increasing melee damage by 50%. This lasts for 25 seconds for you to wreak havoc on all enemies nearby. The weapon system in Remnant 2 is very in-depth as well. There is a large assortment of weapons to choose from, along with varying upgrades you can put on each weapon as well. There are weapons for close-range melee combat, such as swords and flails, all the way to machine guns, rifles, and crossbows for your medium to long-range gunfights. Each weapon is going to be beneficial for specific situations. Melee weapons such as the sword will be great when wielded by the Challenger class, taking lots of damage, while dealing out lots of damage. The rifles will be great when used by the gunslinger, as they can shoot them with precision. The bows and crossbows will be effectively used by the Handler class, as your companion runs around and distracts enemies for you, allowing you to utilize the bows effectively. Remnant 2 is an exceptional addition to the esteemed Remnant franchise, eagerly awaited by devoted fans who are thrilled to witness the next chapter unfold in this immersive gaming series. Remnant 2 brings in vast amounts of replayability, with various classes, procedurally generated worlds to provide different experiences each time you play, co-op play to encourage taking on the battle with friends, and new features such as the companion and the bow weapons. Fans have high hopes that this game and its improvements will bring in an immersive experience for the players, and the developers sound very positive that it will deliver to all their high hopes. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more game previews.